All right, everybody. Well, again, it's been a couple more weeks since we've done a video. And that's just because Montana weather fluctuates like you wouldn't believe. Yesterday it was 81. Today, I can see my breath and it's in the 40s and it's supposed to snow. And it probably will. It's supposed to start raining here in a little bit. And it's been cold all day. So, in the last video, we got the old Hornet up and running. In this video here, I'm not going to do much, but we'll just kind of do an update, as we'll call it. But before we do all that, I thought I'd go over some of the weird, odd options that this Hornet has that I didn't really explain in the last video. So this Hornet has disc brakes from the factory up front. We already kind of knew that. And maybe some of you guys picked up on this stuff. I wasn't paying that much attention to it. We'll go in the interior real quick. Been doing a lot of work, so excuse the mess. We did clean everything out for the most part. So looking at the dash and stuff, it's not real super obvious what's going on here. But you got disc brakes. You've got the simplest engine they offered. You got a 3-speed manual on the floor. And I did say this car didn't have AC. This car has factory AC in it. Now, I know it doesn't sound that weird. It sounds a little strange to me why you would opt to buy the AC. But if you notice something under the AC, it has a factory radio delete. There's no radio. There's no speakers. There's nothing in this car. It has an antenna out there, but... So you would buy the AC, delete the radio, and have disc brakes. And I did look. You could get drum brakes on these still in the front. I don't know, maybe it costs more to get drum brakes than disc, but kind of an odd setup. And then this bench seat's a little strange, anyway, to me anyways. We had a 71 Gremlin with the 3-speed on the floor, and the bench seat actually had a little cutout in the center for the shifter. Now maybe that's because you had to actually move the bench seat up for anybody to even dare to look at the back seat in it. I don't know. The other odd thing about this car is it has no insignias anywhere on it. It has no Hornet. Well, it says Hornet on the glove box, I think, but it has nothing on the outside of the car. I'm pretty sure this is a sportabout. And every sportabout I've seen at least has something that says sportabout on it. But there's nothing on this car anywhere. So, extra basic, maybe. I'm guessing it'd been a Hornet right there. But yeah, nothing on this car to say that it's anything. It says AMC on the back. It might have had a Hornet emblem there, I don't know. It's been long missing if it did have one. But again, usually it said sportabout or something on it, or maybe said Hornet on the fender. But so those are just kind of the odd things. Now, as some of you have already figured out, I said we were going to have to do something different with this car. And if I can get the hood open, we have. So it's now got the 304 out of that Gremlin in it, along with its cross member. Now, before anybody gets upset and says it was a perfectly good running car, well, yeah, somewhat. It was a perfectly good running car. However, the rear main seal started just puking oil out of this thing. Clutch sees solid, and since it laid in the ground so long up front, it had a lot of interesting problems with it. Here's the transmission out of it. The whole bell housing is disintegrated. It was full of dirt inside of here. This is all rusted up. That entire clutch is completely just trash on it. Rear main seal puking, front seal's puking. So I had to pull the engine regardless. Didn't really matter. The other problem is this cross member is severely rusted. Not to a point where maybe I wouldn't use it, but I don't want to use it. It's in pretty rough shape. The V8 cross member out of the Grimm one was actually in really decent shape still. So, you know what? I had to pull the engine out anyways, so may as well just dump the V8 in there and have a cooler car. This is the 3-speed out of the V8 Grimm one, 3-speed on the floor. I would prefer not to use this transmission, except for there's a few problems. The biggest problem is well, there was no throwout bearing on that one. This is the throwout bearing for this one. Oops. If you notice, the shaft is quite big. This one here takes a different type of throwout bearing. But, you know, that's all rotted away. And you could say, well, just switch to bell housings. Well, you can't do that either. Different type of transmission. So, I don't think. Nope. I would have to use this big transmission. Sorry, I was kind of looking at it for a second here. Nope, still can't use it. This bell housing doesn't have the provisions to use the bigger, wider transmission. So sorry about that. I had to think about that a second. Had this all figured out, but other than that, V8 transmission is 3/4 of an inch shorter, but the tail splines stick out further. The shifter location lands in the same exact spot, so I'm just going to get a new clutch and throw out bearing and just use the V8 transmission. So, and there's that AC stuff sticking through the wall that's been deleted. It was already deleted off of that 6-cylinder, so I didn't look at it and think about it too hard. But anyways, like I said, this is just a quick update video. I got to get parts ordered for it. And the other reason we haven't done much of anything as well, I got my addition put on. And I've been working on that quite a bit. So it's been a busy few weeks. And just a lot of stuff going on. But, well, again, just a quick little update video. Nothing super great. The Javelin and AMX are sitting out here happily, I guess. I got a big pile of metal I got to take to the dump. It's just been busy. The military Jeep truck's got a dead cylinder in it. But other than that, guys, that's all we've been doing. So, gotta fix my motorcycle. My murdercycle's broken. I gotta fix it. But anyways, we'll get some parts ordered, and we'll get back on that Hornet. Hopefully I can get the cross member kind of buttoned up and the wheels on, and we'll bring them here in the shop to work on them a little easier. And I'll try to actually do the video on doing the transmission and everything in it. So, but again, weather's supposed to get like crap again. It's supposed to be cold all this week, and then kind of start warming up maybe next week. So we'll just have to play it by ear. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.